It has been that tool for alchemy for me of just writing and showing up on the page as my most unedited, unvarnished self without giving any thought to punctuation or grammar and just following that thread of curiosity wherever it goes. And so the painting and the journaling are both things that I have done for myself for so long without thinking about them too much or thinking of them as productive in any way or tied to my work.
Yes.
But so often work, especially as a writer, doesn't happen when you're hunched over your desk and banging your head against your laptop. It's when you're out living and growing and feeling uncomfortable and shedding old skins. Whenever I feel like I'm not working, in hindsight, it always ends up being the period of time that leads to the deepest work.
Yes, it's like the Matisse thing or whoever the hell was laying on the couch and they were like, "What are you doing?" And he was like, "I'm working."
Exactly.
When I get to the paint, it's not even the work. It's like all I'm becoming the person who's going to do the next thing.
Exactly. You're in that chrysalis space of becoming.
It's distilled for you so you can see it clearly. But all of us are between two kingdoms, right? Like every last one of us. And every single one of us is an unknown. We don't know. We don't know how much longer we have. It's so funny to say that person, they don't know how long they have. None of us. So when you think about the in-between, right? Like you are in a situation where now I assume you don't know whether you'll stay in remission. What is the goal in those spaces? Because it can't be comfort anymore, right? It can't be security or safety, which is an illusion anyway.
Totally.
But an illusion that those of us who don't have are not staring at a diagnosis can convince ourselves more of. What is the goal? What are you looking for in each day that makes you say, I lived today?
You know, you're absolutely right. Life is a terminal condition for all of us. I'm not special. I live a little closer to that truth, maybe. But I actually think living closer to that truth, meaning our finitude, has been really helpful because what it's done is it's woken me up. It's woken me up to the fact that none of us have endless time to get to the things that we want to do, to spend time with the people we love most, to do the things that feel most meaningful, even if they're not things that anyone else will notice or see. And so for me, it's accepting that finitude. It's instead of feeling kind of unmoored because you're in a liminal space, understanding that it's the great equalizer. All of us are in transition all the time. And the thing that comes to mind and the thing that I think of when I wake up is what my oncologist told me when I emerged from this most recent treatment and found out that while my transplant had worked, I was going to be in treatment indefinitely for the rest of my life. And I started to cry when he said that. And he asked me what was wrong. And I said, it's the word indefinite. I can survive anything as long as there's an end date in sight. But I don't know how to keep doing this when it's ongoing. And what he said to me was, you have to live every day as if it's your last day, which is a thing that people say. And they say it with good intentions. And every single time he would say that to me, I felt complete panic. Because what does it even mean to live every day as if it's your last? I'm like, do I empty my bank account and, go on vacation and possibly declare bankruptcy later? Do I, eat ungodly amounts of ice cream for every meal? I don't know. But it put me in this place of panic, of feeling like I had to wring as much meaning out of every moment. And that if I didn't do that or I couldn't do that, I was somehow failing. And so I've had to reframe that for myself. And I had to very gently, politely explain to my oncologist that as well-intentioned as he was, it wasn't helpful to me. And that instead, what I'm trying to do is not to live every day as if it's my last, it's to live every day as if it's my first. To wake up with a sense of awe and curiosity and wonder that a newborn baby might. Mm-hmm. And that doesn't look like crossing off bucket list items. It often looks like the simple things. Mm-hmm. It looks like play. It looks like taking my dogs for a walk in the woods. It looks like curling up with a good book and allowing myself the luxury of unstructured time where I can sort of tap into my curiosity just for the hell of it, not with any sort of end goal or expectation associated with it. And so I think that's how I've been navigating.
Okay. Bye, friend.
The uncertainty of being in this heightened liminal space by taking the pressure off and really following the threads of my curiosity and the things that bring me joy.